Good morning, Sacred Heart College Thevara. എൻ്റെ പേര് Dr. Safarulla എന്നാണ്. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk on this joyous occasion. ഞാൻ ഒരു നിയോനേറ്റൽ ICU ഡോക്ടറാണ് അമേരിക്കയിൽ. ഇവിടെ 2008 വന്നാണ് ട്രെയിനിങ്ങിനായിട്ട്. പിന്നെ കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു 7 വർഷമായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അക്കാഡമിക്സിലാണ് പ്രൈമറിലി വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഈ ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ഒക്കേഷനിൽ സംസാരിക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ I was very, very happy and honored to be part of this celebration. And first of all, എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത് ഞാനൊരു മെൻ്റൽ ഹെൽത്ത് പ്രൊഫഷണൽ അല്ല. ഓബ്വിയസ്ലി ഞാൻ നിയോനേറ്റൽ ICU ഡോക്ടറാണ്. പക്ഷെ കഴിഞ്ഞൊരു 2 to 3 years ആയിട്ട് personal wellness and wellness of others in similar situations എനിക്കൊരു particular focus and interest ഉണ്ട്. ആ ഒരു പാഷൻ പെർസ്യൂ ചെയ്യാനാണ് ഞാൻ ഒരു കോച്ച് ആയതും or specifically related to wellness coaching. I think given that it is COVID right now and we are still in this scenario that we are in, നമ്മുടെ ഒരു wellness take care ചെയ്യുന്നത് even more important ആണ്, and finding strategies to do that, it's becoming even more key to maintain that sense of fulfillment, sense of joy, and preventing us from going into that sense of despair or sense of conflict, anger, avoid at least not dwelling in it a lot. Without further ado, let me go into my content, and I'll keep it very short and to the point so that it's easy to absorb. So I will structure it based on certain quotes, and I love quotes because I feel they are a very important nugget of information if you really think about and reflect about it. So as we know, all of us are extremely hard workers. നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു പ്രൊഫഷണൽ കോളേജിൽ കയറുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിന് ഒരു വിഷൻ ഉണ്ട് നമുക്ക്. So we are all extremely hard workers, but we are often not good thinkers. ഞാൻ ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ഇച്ചിരി കൂടെ എക്സ്പാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാം. സോ നമ്മൾ യൂഷ്വലി കോളേജ് കഴിഞ്ഞിറങ്ങുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് വി ആർ ഫുൾ ഓഫ് കോൺഫിഡൻസ്, വി ആർ ഫുൾ ഓഫ് ആ ഒരു എയർ ഓഫ് എനിത്തിങ് ഇസ് പോസിബിൾ, and we want to do the best that we can, but more often than not, these poor thinking habits set in. We all have these self-limiting beliefs that, okay, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഫസ്റ്റ് obstacle വരുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഉടനെ we will start thinking, similar thing has happened before, so these things will not work out. എന്തിനാ നീ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പോയത്? നിനക്കറിയാമല്ലോ നീ അത്രയും നല്ലതല്ല, അത്രയും കിടലല്ല എന്ന് നിനക്കറിയാമല്ലോ. പിന്നെ എന്തിനാ നീ ഈ വേണ്ടാത്ത രീതിയിലൊക്കെ ചിന്തിച്ചു പോകുന്നത്? സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നമ്മുടെ ആ സെൽഫ് പ്രോഗ്രാംഡ്, ആ സെൽഫ് ലിമിറ്റിംഗ് ബിലീഫാണ്. നമ്മളെ എങ്ങനെയാണോ റേസ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്, വി ആർ a product of our own beliefs. നമ്മുടെ beliefs എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് വരുന്നത്? നമ്മുടെ beliefs are based on how we are raised, how we are നമ്മുടെ ആ value system, നമ്മുടെ relatives, parents, siblings, teachers, all of that form our view of the world. And as a result, we start comparing ourselves and to others who may potentially be successful, quote unquote successful. കാരണം ഇപ്പൊ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയയിൽ എന്ത് വേണമെങ്കിലും ഇടാലോ. സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ is a boon and a bane. So that's when I remember this quote by Albert Einstein that everybody is a genius, but if we judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then it will live its whole life thinking that it is stupid. അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളിലുള്ള എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഉള്ളിൽ ഒരു യുണീക്ക് എബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ട്. Our unique ability is what makes you you, and അത് വേറെ ഒരു other person replicate ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. Neither can you replicate their special ability. How much ever you try to replicate that, you will always fall short because that is unique to them. And therefore, I would encourage each and every one of you to find what that unique ability is within each and every one of you and build on it. I know as when we were growing up, we were always taught to focus on what is your weakness and try to strengthen it. I'm actually advising you the opposite. Find what your superpower is, what that unique ability of yours is that only you can do it. And it will take a little bit of time, but when you really quieten your mind and look within, you will know what your superpower is. And that is your unique gift. And I would build on that. So the sooner you come to that realization, the more fulfilled you'll be. That's the first key to a path of fulfillment, is finding what your superpower is. The next is focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. So when we start focusing on our gifts, on the things that are working for us, and our vision for the future, doors start opening for us that were previously not present. But Paulo Coelho പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ, if you really want something, the whole universe will conspire to allow us to achieve that dream. I'm paraphrasing here, but you get the point. But when you start really focusing on what is not working for you and what all the quote unquote mistakes that have happened, we start dwelling on them, right? We start dwelling on what things that have happened to you, the things the wrong things that have happened, and what comes out of that. We start feeling like a victim. We start playing that victim role, right? Or we have conflict. We have anger towards ourselves, towards others around us. And overall, it is not a very productive state of mind to be in. Kind of nothing good comes out of it, right? But instead, if we start using that quote unquote mistake as an opportunity to teach us, what lesson have I learned from there? How much more would you grow from that experience of yours? That brings me to adversity. Charles Swindoll എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു പാസ്റ്റർ ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞതാണ്, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of what you decide to do about it. The things that have happened in our life, നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ആലോചിക്കും, അത് അങ്ങനെ നടന്നല്ലോ, അത് ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തല്ലോ, ആ എക്സാമിന് നല്ല മാർക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ നല്ലപോലെ പോയില്ല. Yes, we think about these things have happened, but how true is it that we can actually change any of those things? But what can you change? You can change your attitude towards it. You can change the lessons that you learn from it. You can, in fact, if you really ask yourself, what interview is successful, I guess, and you did not get your intended outcome, but what lesson have you learned? You've actually learned some things that you could do better the next time so that you reach your intended outcome. And you would not have learned those lessons had that experience not happened. And therefore, this is an opportunity to embrace every experience. And instead of viewing it as something that has happened to you, viewing it as a way that it is happening for you, so that you are not just going through life and life's experiences, you are actually growing through life and the experiences that it presents to you and for you. And last but not least is gratitude. I feel gratitude is probably the most important quality to continue a journey of growth, having that growth mindset, and everlasting fulfillment and joy. Gratitude, and you cannot be thankful and angry at the same time. You cannot be thankful and sad at the same time, right? So Zig Ziglar and the motivational speaker, the more thankful that you are for the things that you have, the more you will have to be thankful for. So just simply asking yourself, what is working for me at this point? What are the things that I'm getting to do today? Whenever you find yourself in a tough spot, just ask yourself, what is working for me today? Instantly, നമ്മളൊരു problem focus ചെയ്യുന്ന നമ്മളൊരു solution focused വരും. Because if something is working for you, then what else could be working for you if you really thought about it and put your mind to it and finding solutions? That's what I was talking about, focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. I think my time is almost coming to an end. So I'll leave you with some take-home messages. The things we talked about are thoughts. The thoughts that you focus on are super powerful. Bruce Lee പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ, as you think, so shall you become. Where focus goes, energy flows. What is your superpower? What is that unique ability that only you and only you possess? Compare. It is natural to do that in this world that we live in, but use it as a tool to find out what is working for another person. How could you potentially use that in your own life so as to enrich and empower your own journey? Next is adversity. Adversity is the path to growth, because without adversity, you will not be forced to get out of your comfort zone. Just think about it. നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ എപ്പോഴോ അഡ്വേഴ്സിറ്റി ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടോ അവിടെയാണ് നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ മാക്സിമം ഗ്രോത്ത് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ളത്. തിങ്ക് അബൌട്ട് ഇറ്റ്. നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ എല്ലാം സ്മൂത്ത് സെയിലിംഗ് ആയിരിക്കുമ്പോഴാണോ ഗ്രോത്ത് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത്, അതോ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഒബ്സ്റ്റക്കിൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഹേർഡിൽ വരുമ്പോഴാണോ ആ ഒരു ഗ്രോത്ത് വരുന്നത്? സോ be thankful for those obstacles that happen. And the last point is gratitude. And again, as I end with this, I am thankful, so thankful for having the opportunity to spend this time with you. Hopefully you have derived some value from this, and I will include my contact email if you would like to get in touch with me in the future, or you want to share this information with your family and friend or whoever you feel might derive some value from this. Thank you again. Nandi Namaskaram.